Are you interested in buying? And are you making these 5 common buyer mistakes that can cost both time and money? I'm Courtney and I'm a local realtor here in San Diego County, and I'm happy to create another video to help raise your real estate IQ. Okay, so now let's jump into the 5 mistakes to avoid when buying. Number 1, not working with a buyer's agent from the very beginning or trying to only work with a listing agent. Okay, I know there's Zillow and Trulia and all kinds of other websites online with homes for sale. I've literally heard from an open house visitor that he didn't need an agent because he had the tools available, he had the homes, and he was smart enough to figure out the rest. Well, fast forward about 6 weeks, he called to see if I could help. He'd been looking for months and was missing out on all the homes he loved. Either they sold too quickly or the agents weren't calling him back in a timely manner. What most buyers don't realize is that sites like Zillow, Trulia, or the like can be delayed, outdated, or inaccurate with the homes they have for sale. And in a hot market similar to the one that we're in now, having the correct info in a timely manner can make all the difference. I get that it's easier to just start looking there, but keep in mind that the best source of listings is direct from the MLS. And remember, even though buyers hire their real estate agents, buyers do not actually pay for their real estate agents' commissions or to have representation. And luckily, it's not that buyers' agents work for free either. The listing broker actually pays buyers' agents to bring a buyer to the listing. So in essence, the seller's side pays your buyer's agent to negotiate against them. And within this first mistake to avoid, I wanted you to rethink the idea that it's best to work directly with the listing agent. I've sometimes heard the theory that if a buyer doesn't use a buyer's agent, that the buyer believes that they'll save the commission that was allocated by the seller for their buyer's agent. I've done some research on this, and across the US, I've found that this is mostly a myth. Based on what I've heard from other agents, most agents who represent both the buyer and the seller do not credit the full agent commission back to the buyer. In most cases, the listing agent just pockets both sides of the commission for themselves. Okay, the bottom line, a buyer's agent is the buyer's BFF. So get connected with a buyer's agent right away, even if you're just curious, so that you can start taking advantage of their services and explore the best options that you have to make sure that you're most successful. Okay, number 2, hiring an inexperienced realtor. When it comes to deciding who will represent you, you have choices. Don't feel like you have to work with the first agent you speak with or an inexperienced relative. Who represents you matters big time, so you'll want to seriously consider who you choose, because this person's going to be your lifeline throughout the entire process. I'd recommend interviewing realtors to get a better idea of whether or not they're the right fit. Okay, next is looking at homes for sale before you're pre-approved. I know even if you're just curious, there's several steps to home buying that you really want to get out of the way before you can, move forward. This can save you time and possibly even money when you happen to find the perfect home. And this could mean, talking with a loan officer to get your pre-approval checked off your list. Looking at homes is super fun, and I get it. Pulling together paperwork, well, not so much. Fun or not, getting your pre-approval is one of the most important steps. There's nothing worse than finding the perfect home and then rushing to go get pre-approved, and then the house going pending with another buyer before you can get your paperwork together. Or even worse, you find out that you're not approved for that price point. I've seen it happen multiple times, and it can be heart-wrenching. Getting pre-approved is free, and honestly, it's really not that hard. The key to getting your pre-approval out of the way is to be confident knowing that you're truly qualified and comfortable for what you'd be spending. This is valuable information that will help you avoid looking at homes that you can't afford or missing homes that you can. Number 4 is not completing thorough inspections. And I've heard somebody wanting to just bring a friend over to check out the house so that they could save $450. A trained home inspector is going to look at so many aspects of the house and provide a detailed report with photos that can be used with negotiating repairs with the seller. And this mistake also includes not completing follow-up inspections recommended by the general home inspector. Knowing what you get into is so important. Some people try to downplay the importance of thorough inspections, but I'm a huge advocate for making sure that you have what you need and have a clear picture of what you're committing to before you buy. And finally, accidentally sabotaging your credit during the home buying process. Your lender's underwriter will reevaluate your credit shortly before closing to make sure your finances haven't significantly changed since you were pre-approved. Wait until after you sign the final paperwork and buy your home before you make some large purchases on credit or apply for any new type of loan. There's jokingly the 10 commandments of applying for a mortgage, and these may seem obvious, but they're shared for a good reason. It's happened before, so we put it out there. Okay, so these 10 commandments: thou shalt not, number 1, become self-employed, change industries, or quit your job. Thou shalt not buy a car, truck, or van, use credit cards excessively, let current accounts fall behind, spend money that you have set aside for your down payment and closing costs on something else, don't finance any new furniture or originate any inquiries into your credit, make cash deposits without checking with your loan officer first. You put money into your bank account in large sums, they'll have to source that, it can get complicated. Next is don't change bank accounts. And don't co-sign a loan for anyone. Any of these items can raise your interest rate or get your mortgage application rejected. Okay, so there you go. In summary, the 5 mistakes that you want to avoid when buying include 1, not working with a buyer's agent from the very beginning or trying to work only with a listing agent. Number 2, hiring an inexperienced realtor. Number 3, looking for homes before you're pre-approved. 4, not completing thorough inspections. And 5, accidentally sabotaging your credit during the home buying process. Okay, so that's it for now. And as always, if there's ever anyone you know who could use my help, I'd be so happy to be a resource. I'm so glad that you watched all the way to this point in the video because I'm happy to help raise your real estate IQ. I hope that you've enjoyed this video, and I wanted to take a moment to invite you to check out the description below for helpful resources and to download a guide that can include things like tips and checklists to make planning for your move even easier. It's honestly never too early to get started. If you like this video, please be sure to hit subscribe and turn on the bell so that you can get notified when we share new real estate videos each Thursday. You'll also want to check out the thumbnails that are about to pop up on the screen for other videos that we've custom made for you on this channel. And as always, this info is for people everywhere, but if you're looking to make a move to the San Diego area, I'd be happy to be a resource. You'll find my contact info in the description below. So have a great day, and I hope that you love where you live. See you guys in the next video.